Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz. My company is Hello From Liz Mathews, and boy do I have an exciting video for you today. This is a special edition YouTube video. It's not going to be my traditional floss tube. I will be back soon, but for the first time ever in the history of me making YouTube videos, 4 years now, I have a WIP Parade for you. I love watching WIP Parades. I think they are amongst the most popular style videos in the YouTube cross-stitch community, and never have I been able to film one. I have had my company for coming on 4 years. January will be my 4-year business anniversary, and in the 4 years that I've had Hello From Liz Mathews, I've pretty much focused solely on stitching designs that I was releasing. There are the exceptions like smalls exchange pieces or gifts or things like that, but for the most part, 99% of everything I've shown you over the past 4 years has been business related. But things shifted for me this year, and I will talk about this in a forthcoming video. I plan on going over the highlights, my year in review, the statistics, the superlatives, all of that in a video that's coming out tomorrow. And in that video, I'm going to chat with you about the fact that I did start stitching for myself this year. It changed everything. It brought so much passion and reignited my love of stitching in a way that I did not know I was even missing. And it was truly one of the best best things hands down that happened to me in 2023. So I have gone down rabbit holes. I have embraced it fully, and I have a collection of WIPs, works in progress, that I am going to share with you today. These are all things that I have started in the last 6 or so months and that I am carrying with me into 2024 as I continue to stitch for pleasure and for fun and just for me. If you want to hear more about that process and what that's going to look like, check out that video that's going to be posted tomorrow. I'm talking more like business stuff and plans for the future, and I'll chat with you a little bit more about that there. But friends, let's do it. Let's do the Liz Mathews WIP Parade 2023. Now, is this the WIP Parade 2023? Is it 2024? It's bridging that gap. I don't know. As a WIP Parade newbie, tell me, please, what should this be titled? Anyway, I am pulling all of my WIPs from this basket that I keep beside the couch. I just stack things up, so I have pulled all of them out. They will go back in here. This is a really great way for me to keep things at the ready and stitchable and grabbable while I'm sitting on the couch watching YouTube videos, Netflix, all the things. So let's do it. I am going to take you back to the WIP that started it all, tell you how it began, and show you what it is. Maybe you know what this is going to be. I'm going to give you all the details about project bags, all of the stuff. Any details I have, I'm going to be a little bit chatty. And I should also mention, you are very quickly going to see a theme with the style of cross stitch I like to stitch for myself. I think it will be surprising if you are familiar with my design brand, Hello From Liz Mathews. It is nothing like what I am choosing to stitch for myself. So it might not be your thing, and if so, that is no big deal, no hard feelings. Check you out, check me out, check you in a future video. Okay. Let's rewind to June 2023. Imagine me at StitchCon, browsing the freebie table, having a great time, chatting with friends, seeing what I don't see on the table that might need to come home with me, and then envision me coming across a catalog. Didn't bring the catalog, but that's okay. And no, you know what? I want to get it for you. So sit tight. You won't even know I'm gone. Be right back. Sorry about that. As prepared as I try to be, there's always something that gets forgotten. So I'm browsing the StitchCon table, freebie table. I'm browsing the StitchCon freebie table, and I see this, and it's kind of left behind because this isn't really like modern stitching, but it is a Christmas stocking that has like a wood shop, Santa's wood shop on it. And to give you just a little personal information. I was at StitchCon about 2 weeks after I learned that my dad was diagnosed with cancer. He's doing well, but I was just feeling incredibly emotional and sappy and sentimental. And I saw this and I was like, oh, So I picked it up and I felt myself like, do you want to take that from the table? Somebody else might stitch it. You're never going to stitch that, Liz. You're never going to stitch that, Liz. But I took it. I think it's interesting to see cross stitch from times past. This is July, August 1990. It's an oldie, but a goodie. So I take this and I get home from StitchCon and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I really want to stitch that. I really want to stitch that. And I was like, why aren't you stitching that? Like, why are you depriving yourself of stitching that? You're going through all of these emotions having to do with your dad. This is kind of stitched in, not in memory, but with memories of him. And why aren't you stitching that? So I decided to start it. And the rest is history. So I have for you today my first Just For Me WIP. It is that stocking from the 1990 magazine cover. It is Santa's Workshop, I believe. I did come to learn more about that design when I shared it on my YouTube videos. I learned that these dated cross-stitch patterns are now being reprinted by Kooler Design Studio. You can purchase the PDF or the paper charts on the website, and they have a bunch of stockings. My friend Liz, who you know here on FlossTube as Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, stitched 2 Kooler Design Studio stockings when I first discovered her on YouTube. So there was a bit of knowledge in my mind about it, but it was my first time stitching anything like this, and I went full bore. I became pretty obsessed with this, and to this day, I absolutely love it. Let me show you the stitching, and then I have a few notes and things I need to tell you about this WIP. So you can see this is going to be the foot of the stocking, and it goes up from there. This is a wood bench and like a car on top. You have Noah's Ark at the bottom, a little dollhouse over here, and I was kind of like item completing as I moved up. Let me show you another picture of it. Oh, hands are full. WIP parades are hard. So I am down here and I'm just starting to go up the stocking. So this is a different book than the magazine that I found on the freebie table. A sweet watcher let me know that she had an extra copy of the Better Homes and Gardens Heirloom Christmas Stocking book, which is a compilation of several, I'm not sure how many, stockings that were published in the magazines. And I am so happy to have this. I decided once I started stitching this stocking for Dad that everybody I love the most, everybody in my family, needs to have their own stocking. Now, to be clear, these are not stockings I plan on giving to the people I'm stitching them for. I will be keeping them and putting them out every Christmas and thinking of them. And as I work on them, I will be stitching memories into them and, you know, just reflecting on our relationship and time together. So they are all for me, but they all symbolize a different person in my life. So there are many stockings to come in my future. They are slow going, especially when you are not monogamously stitching them. But this is the progress I have gotten on Dad's stockings so far. I am stitching it on a 32 count Antique White Evenweave, which is much tighter than the called for, but I really like how it's shaping up. It's been a long time since I have worked on this, and I need to get back to it. Now, the bag that I am keeping it in is a House of Stitch and Stash project bag, and this is the coolest. I absolutely love this. This was a gift from my friend Carrie of Tiger Lily Designs. And when she saw that I was stitching this stocking and the sheer number of colors called for in the stocking, like 70, she she saw how much I loved it and how much it meant to me. I got to meet Carrie at StitchCon for the first time too. She made this bobbin portfolio for me and gifted it to me. Is that not the most generous, kind gift? I cannot believe she made this one of a kind. Like, you can't get these from Carrie. She does not sell these, but I have one and it lives with my stocking. It will live with every stocking I stitch moving forward, and I love this so much. I feel like there was something else I wanted to mention about this stocking. I did end up, at the suggestion of Liz of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, getting the PDF download from Kooler Design Studio. So at this point I have a copy of the chart here. I have a copy of the chart here. And then I bought a copy of the chart from Kooler Design Studio. I'm so glad I did though, because the size and being able to print a working copy is really beneficial. So that is my stocking. It is how all of this stitching began. Okay, next up, and in no particular order, we are going to get into all of the pieces that I think might surprise you. Okay, where do I want to start? All right, we're starting from the top. These are all full coverage painting like kits that I have purchased and started stitching. That full coverage stocking just really hook, line, and sinkered me, and I love them. I did this year for Christmas finish a Dimensions ornament. It is on my tree, it is hanging, it is finished, and it brought me so much joy. And seeking these kits out, seeing all that are available on the market, kitting them, prepping them, all of the things, anything to do with them, I am enjoying so much. So that is what you are going to see as we move through my WIPs. Just a little spoiler there. If it's not your thing, like I said, I'll catch you next time. Okay, next up we have Dimensions Woodland Glow. Looks like this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the glow of the tree and the way Dimensions kits do light. I couldn't tell you if this is still in print or not. I think it is. I did buy it, however, on eBay, which is so much fun. It is so much fun to set a saved search in eBay and every morning to wake up to an email of like 39 new Dimensions kits have been listed, and you quick are like scroll. Do I need anything? Trying to be good, but every once in a while something just hits me and I think I need it, just like I thought I needed this one. So this is stitched on, let me go ahead and preface this. Dimensions sends all of their kits with Aida. I am not an Aida stitcher, so I have replaced the fabric in all that I am going to show you. So that's just a blanket statement, and I will tell you what I have replaced everything with. This is replaced with 32 count. I thought it was 36. It's 32 count Navy Zweigart linen. And this is as far as I've gotten. This is one day of stitching. I think that's pretty darn good. Now these are big pieces. They are not quick. It is not gonna be like I'm through this pile of WIPs this year even. It's gonna take a while. They are commitments. But I'd say that's pretty good for one day, one evening. I have started, where have I started? You can't even see it back there. Down here, and I've worked my way up to those rabbits. So as you can see, slow going, and it's gonna be large. The size on this is 14 by 11 inches, so. I gotta figure out how to do this better. Okay, I'm down here going that way. Nope, I'm down here going that way. But that is my progress. These Dimensions kits call for both full and half stitches, so that's kind of new and interesting. And it takes a while for my brain to adjust because I'm an in-hand stitcher. and I always work in full crosses, meaning I don't do one leg and then go back and cross them. I'm a full crosser and then move on. So this has been really interesting. And the way I have been using all of these charts is by making working copies, and I am a highlighter, just in case you were interested. I have so much to learn, but I will. I'm at the beginning and I love it, and I will learn all the things. I should have also mentioned at the beginning, this is probably not the best video to watch with earphones in, because I have a lot of zipping and a lot of ruffling, and I don't want to hurt your ears. Okay, moving on. What is this? Okay. This is Dimensions Gold Christmas Cove. It looks like this. It is out of print. It is hard to find, and when you do, it is expensive. It is also one of the most beautiful Dimensions kits that I have ever seen, and I needed to have it, and I am so glad that I own it. And let me show you where I am. For this piece, I replaced the called for fabric with 36 count Fox and Rabbit Ocean Air, and I think it is an excellent replacement. So much so that I have the fabric now for 3 other replacements. And I have gotten that far. This is a cobblestone, and I'm moving inward. So I am starting on the right, moving in to the left. It's a beast. It's a beautiful beast. It is 18 by 14. Holy smokes. So I've got a long way to go. I was messaging with Memphis Sarah E, who is also stitching this piece, and my friend Angela, who is also stitching this piece. Excellent taste, ladies. And I told Sarah I'm in cobblestone HE double hockey sticks zone, because I'm over here and it's just kind of boring. So moving my way around. I am a thread completer, so I kind of wander to complete a thread, which someone did mention to me in comments, and I so appreciate that. That's probably a good idea, because sometimes if you're page completing, your stitches can look or lay a little like sectionally, and if you overflow and don't always work in block form, it might be better. I don't know. I have never done any of this before, so I'm just going with my flow of thread, trying to use up a whole strand before cutting it. Changing colors is probably one of my least favorite things to do when stitching. It happens a lot with these, and it's okay because I love them enough, but this is what I am working on. You are welcome to join us if you have this in your stash and stitch along with us. Be sure to follow Angela and Sarah. It's so pretty. Again, where I am. This is going to be a doozy. We should make predictions about how long this will take. Like I said, I don't think I will be done these even in 2024. If I could finish one in 2024, I would be so thrilled. And I am not counting the small dimensions ornaments that I'm going to be doing. I want to do a dimensions ornament every year to hang on my tree. I'll get that done. But if I could finish just one of these biggies, that would really be something. Okay, moving on. We have a Meska kit. Let me get this ready. I will show you what I am stitching. It is Autumn Sampler. It looks like this. And what I really love about this piece is its patches of a lighter color fabric sewn onto a darker color fabric, which I think is so cool. I do it in my own designs. I had never seen kits like this before, but I absolutely love it. So Meska is a Polish company, and they have a pattern similar to this for all seasons here on the back of the packaging. This is the winter. They obviously have a spring and summer. They're on my 1, 2, 3 wish list now. It's gorgeous. I love that I love that I chose a purple piece. Purple is not my favorite color. Yellow and purple, not my favorite colors. I don't know why. But this piece is chock full of yellow and purple, and I love it. So let me show you how far I've gotten, which is not very far. This is one evening of stitching, and I replaced the darker fabric with 36 count vintage country mocha, and I will also replace the patches with a lighter fabric, also in 36 count. Have not made it very far, but boy was it fun pulling out those purples. And I started center bottom, so right there. So fun, so fun. There are a couple things I might omit. I might omit the word fall and kind of condense everything a little bit, but this piece calls for some really intricate straight stitching and back stitching, which I think might qualify as being called black work. I think it's gorgeous, and it's one of the things that drew me to this piece. So stay tuned, see what adaptations I make, but that is my Meska Autumn Sampler piece. For all of these kits, I am using all of the the included threads. I only have one more WIP for you. One more WIP. I did bring over a pile of things I want to stitch, like things I absolutely plan on stitching, but because I have gone down this rabbit hole and discovered all of these kits so recently, I haven't had time because it's been the holidays, and that is chaos, as you know. So I have probably just as many things in my pile of, okay, I need to show and talk. Things in my pile that I want to start as I have already started. So we'll see if I show you those. Maybe I can quickly fly through them. Okay, this was a new start 2 days ago when my dad and Eva left. They were our last visitors for Christmas. They were here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Nope. Yes. No. It doesn't matter. When they left, Joe and I were like, okay, let's just have like a relaxing, not a cleanup, not a tidy, not like clearing away after Christmas. Let's just have a relaxing evening. And that is what I chose to do with needle and thread in hand. I relaxed while putting my first stitches in on Dimensions Gold Collection Holiday Village piece. This is absolutely stunning, readily available. Get it on Amazon. My LNS has it. They have a model and it is beautiful, and I am so excited to stitch this. So let me give you a close-up. Nearly full coverage, obsessed. I love it, and I was so happy to get it started. I again chose a 36 count ocean air fabric from Fox and Rabbit, and I purchased at my LNS a fat half of fabric because I knew at this point I like to replace the Aida included in the kits with this fabric, and I knew I would use it for all of the plans that I have. So it was a big cut, and my goal in starting this was to get to a point that I could cut the fabric down off of the half yard piece that I had. So that is why I have stitched in the direction that I have, which is entirely up the right border. I am a bottom right starter. I like to stitch up and I like to stitch to the left. So that is what I did with the goal of getting the entire side completed so that I could cut my fabric off up here, and that is what I did. So this is very uninteresting but very functional, and there's not much to see there. This is by far the eye candy, so I just went right up that side. This is absolutely gorgeous. It does come with sequins, which get scattered throughout. My friend Kia is also planning to stitch this. I'm not sure if she's started yet, but I am loving it. How I will choose which piece to get back to first, I don't know. But that, my friends, is my entire WIP collection heading into 2024. Oh my gosh, they are all so pretty and they make me so happy. And I am so excited that I got to share those with you. Really quickly, let's turn this video into not just a WIPs, but a plans video. And I'll breeze through these lickety split. I just spilled them all. 1 second, please. Oh, not too bad. I think there's more here than in my WIP pile. I didn't count. Okay, let me show you the two that are still packaged that I haven't done anything with. Dimensions, Gold Collection, Winter Celebration. Plop me right there. Yes, please. Okay, maybe not on the frozen lake. More like sipping wine or hot chocolate in one of these little village shops. That's where I want to be. How gorgeous. I do believe this is discontinued, and if you're interested in stitching it, you're gonna want to look on the secondhand market. Not terribly expensive, if I'm recalling correctly, which is not true of Pleasures of Winter, also a Dimensions Gold Collection kit that I recently picked up. This is more expensive, but I love it. You can see I like a winter theme. It just seems to be what I like best in these kits. One of my favorite things about this is that it features corn stalks and pumpkins, and to me it's like that transition period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. First snowfall at dusk, gorgeous. I do have one Dimensions kit that is not Christmas themed. It is called Bloom's Flower Shop. It's a little bit smaller and not a landscape, which is abnormal for me. You can get this, you might even be able to get this in like Michael's or Joann's, Amazon for sure, readily available, still in publication. My plan for this is to swap the teal stripes in the awning for black stripes in the awning. This reminds me of little boutiques I've seen all over Europe that I love so much, but I'm remembering them with black and white striped awning. So I'm gonna make that switch. I have thoughts on these bags, and I'll be sharing them in my video tomorrow. I have a piece that I have not started yet. These are all not started, never mind. This is called Santa's Cottage. It is from Luca S, and it is absolutely charming. The reindeer. 18.75 inches by 20.5 inches on 16. I will of course change it to 18. I don't know, I'm starting to think I want to just stay with the same count fabric that these kits come in, but isn't that beautiful? A snowy winter scene, go figure. That's on my start list. What is this? Oh, okay. It's another stocking. Now, I don't actually know if I'll start this year. This was a gift from my dad. I got it for Christmas, and it is a stocking I plan on stitching for Mare. More on that later. It's not a pending start. It will be a start once I finish dad's stocking, and that is slow going. But this is a indefinite, like, get going on it piece. And this was a gift from my girlfriend Annie. It is a Letty Stitch cross stitch kit, my first Letty Stitch ever, and it's called Regent Street, which is a street in London. You've probably seen it. It has beautiful white sparkling light angels draped all over the street, and I can't wait to get a needle going on this. I find this piece a little bit intimidating. The chart's intimidating. However, I think if I just start, it will be fine. I can work my way through it. It's so beautiful. I love this. So those are my plans of things that I am definitely going to be adding to my WIP. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's only 1, 2, I had to let me count twice. 4 current WIPs. That's really not much. However, I am starting to think market, and I need to go full focus on market and market stitching. So I don't know how much time I will have for my WIPs, but you better believe that I will be making time for them, because as I said before, it's been one of the best things I've done for myself in 2023, and I want to make sure I keep up with my joyful WIPs. Okay, thank you so much for letting me share not only my WIPs, but my plans with you. I hope you like this video, and it will be a regular thing. You will see it again at the end of 2024, but let's not even go there yet. I hope that you have a stash that brings you as much joy as this brings to me. I hope that you enjoy all of the WIP parades that will be on the internet these coming days, and I wish you a very, very happy New Year 2024. Until next time, bye.